Have you ever had a friend that was traumatized so bad that they became antisocial in the process? Turns out this doesn't only happen to humans. Hi! Thank you for clicking on this video. We are very supportive when it comes to animal rescue, so if you love videos like this, please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell below for more videos. Also, let us know in the comments if you know any more inspiring animal rescue stories that we could look into. This is a story of a dog named Mama. Mama is a mama herself, and that's going to be her tragic story. It all started when she gained attention from Facebook. Many people posted photos of a lone dog in a rural area in Ducor, California. Many have attempted to rescue her, but they have all failed, as Mama would always run away from them. She'd never bark at them, she never showed aggression, she was only shying away from the people. The posts began in April 2019, and a lot of people had heard about Mama and were concerned by her antisocial behavior. Usually, dogs would start looking for a new home, especially a female like Mama. Dogs would be friendly to humans, so they wouldn't have to hunt or scavenge for food. But Mama was different. She seemed to loathe being around humans. She preferred to live on her own, at the mercy of the skies and of chance. It wasn't until December 2019 when Danny Spanks of A Safer Place Animal Rescue decided to help out the poor old girl. For the next 6 months, Mama would undergo the process of getting rehabilitated in Safer's animal shelter. All this was documented and update videos were also posted on their YouTube channel. If you want to visit their channel, you may do so by clicking on the link at the description box below. Danny suspected that Mama had been living on her own for over a year, 15 months to be exact, judging by available evidence. We'll get into that later. Mama's problem was that she seemed to have developed fear for everyone else. She would live in the grassy ground without anyone with her. No dogs, no humans, no animals. Looking at her from afar, it doesn't seem to be that she's in bad condition. She looked healthy and probably had a home of her own in the past. What happened to her previous owner was a mystery. Danny's equipment was simple. He only needed to set up a single camera from afar, which he'd zoom in to get a closer look of the dog. The first thing he did was to set up a makeshift home for Mama. It consisted of 2 mattresses, which he used to build a shade for the dog, as well as a container for her food and drinks, and all of those came from a rubbish pile nearby. What Danny did worked, as Mama would come to the food container to eat. Her food container was filled daily, and this merited Danny a portion of Mama's trust. At this point, you still couldn't get near the dog, otherwise she'd run away. But having been made familiar with a daily feeding routine, Mama acknowledged Danny's presence without resistance. She would draw close to the man when he wasn't moving, and would eat whatever he was handing her. He would always feed her sausages as well as dog treats. His only chance of filming her was to sit many yards away with minimal movement. He would set up the camera close to the food to capture the majestic brown fur and blue eyes of the dog. If he attempts to pet the dog, she would only run away, so Danny knew he had to slowly help her get used to the routine before rescuing her. This went on for 3 months. New observations were made, and Danny said that Mama didn't hate people, she just didn't know how to overcome her anxiety when people would ask her to come with them. Something may have happened to Mama not so long ago for her to behave this way. Danny was able to say this because it shows in his videos that Mama would draw near him when he's not moving, and she would stiff her back and ask to play with a human. Although she keeps a certain distance while doing this, she was still anxious about physical contact. She didn't like to be leashed, but she would follow Danny's car like she's very excited to see him. Danny learned that Mama was a vagabond. The place she was staying at was actually a farm, and when farm work began, she had no choice but to move farther out. Her life remained the same. She didn't care where she was as long as it was in the outdoors. Danny would continue to come and feed her daily and help her get used to him. Mama would run around when she would see Danny, showing him she was excited to see him. Eventually, Danny became a friend to Mama. They would share their burgers and spend the day together. Mama was just happy to play with her stationary human friend and preferred to be behind him as she hasn't overcome her difficulty in giving trust. Mama would start following close behind her human friend, and Danny built her another makeshift home that the dog didn't like to use. She really preferred to stay in the open space. But every morning, she would be waiting for him to drive by and she would follow the car. After 3 months, new information came in, and it made everything make sense. It was a video from January 2019 showing Mama when she was first abandoned. It was evident that she was still nursing her puppies when she started wandering in the middle of nowhere. She looked at the camera and looked very lonesome. She didn't know where to go. She was dumped at a gas station located 5 miles away. And for the next 15 months, she would be facing her life alone. No friends, no dogs, and no new owners. That video that was sent to them made it make sense why Mama was untrusting of humans. She lost her puppies. She didn't know where to go. She didn't have anyone. She probably promised herself to never let humans ask her to come with them, to put a leash on her, to always be on guard of human hands, as they were the prime cause of her suffering during the 15 months. What happened to Mama that day certainly was a recipe for a lonesome dog. Her lack of trust must be a result of her fear of it happening again, that she'll be left in a place that she didn't understand, and she would have to stay away from everyone else until her owner came back for her. It was a really sad day for Safer Place when they found out about it. But this only reinforced Danny's will to help the dog whose spirit was crushed. But Mama was just so good at not letting herself be captured, so Danny would have to be patient. His first step was to get Mama desensitized from leashes. That attempt was also futile. Luckily, Danny got the permission to build a trap. Trapping the dog didn't work before, but what Danny did was to routinely help Mama get used to a giant cage. This went on until Mama was comfortable with walking into the cage and eating the food that was placed inside, even when Danny was there. Danny was part of a video that he collaborated with another animal rescue group called Saving Strays Canine Search and Rescue for Mama's Rescue. On March 27, 2020, Mama was successfully captured using the trap they built. A very sad and hopeful scene took place. Mama wasn't frantically trying to get out of the cage. She was indeed looking for a spot she could escape from, but she always knew that she couldn't get out, and when she saw that a lot of people were surrounding her, she retreated to the ground like a very submissive dog. It was sad to see her reaction like this, and it was evident she wasn't comfortable. But it was hopeful because now she was in the loving hands of Safer Place. After that day, Mama would live in a kennel with more than enough space in Danny's residence. Her energy and mood was low, but this is Danny's next project to work on. Danny admits in his videos that he is not an animal expert, but he assures everyone that he gets support from other groups with more expertise, and so he thanks them for their efforts, their rescue, and their rehabilitation work. It is evident in their videos that they rescue dogs who have become healthy and are very cared for. Danny would post 3 update videos on Mama, the last one being uploaded in June 2020. In the videos, he would include raw footage of Mama's progress as well as FAQs, which his subscribers really loved. After all, he was the only one who took the dog that was making rounds on the internet seriously. On the first update video, he showed how he got Mama to get used to wearing leashes, something that she would later on loathe and destroy. It would also show how Mama missed company of other dogs and how she isn't displaying antisocial behavior towards them. Danny said that it is integral to her rehabilitation. On the second update video, Danny attempted to explain what happened to Mama's puppies during the FAQ portion of the video. He also told the update videos the difficulty of the process and how other experts on animal rescue are visiting them to help with Mama. They have been training Mama to let go of her inhibitions with being leashed and being with humans. The third update video featured an FAQ as well as Mama spending time with other dogs at the shelter. Danny of Safer Place was exemplary when it came to dedication to animal rescue. He was very hands-on every step of the way, and he communicated this with his followers. His coverage on Mama was the longest video on their YouTube channel so far, and people found it so refreshing to see more personal animal rescue videos. Thank you for watching! Like and subscribe to our channel, as well as Safer's Place channel, and leave a comment sharing wonderful animal rescue moments. See you next time!